Hey, what's up? It's me, Chad, back again with another episode of Bootacular 21. If you don't know what this is already, I would highly recommend checking out my aliens video. Please watch my stuff. Alright, please do it. Alright, so today we're gonna talk about how to communicate with ghosts, and at the end of this video, I got a little treat for you in store, a little bit of ghost spotting. It's gonna happen at midnight, so we're gonna do some awesome stuff today, and you're gonna be a part of it. If you're, experiencing things that other people don't, it's good to speak up on it. For me, I'm very comfortable talking about this stuff. I know a lot about ghosts. I really do. I've had plenty of experiences and encounters, some more memorable than others, but certainly a lot. I would say a countless number. You're not really gonna have a malevolent ghost, but from time to time, they may sort of act out. They're like us. If they want to scare you, they will. And they know they can, and sometimes they do. I know a lot of you guys, drifting off to sleep, you get some whispering in the air, you get sleep paralysis or whatever. But most of the time when you wake up in the morning, either you don't pay much mind to it, or you just forget about it. There's a reason like disorders like schizophrenia and certain things like this exist. And people take a purely scientific approach to it and largely find an unfulfilling void of answers. Some people are more subject to this than other people, and I would say it's definitely a gift. Definitely a gift that can work for you. They can definitely support you and come to your aid, but they're not going to do anything crazy like beat up your worst enemy or give you $1 million. They can certainly do it, and I think they abide by certain restrictions that prevent them from accessing or at least interfering with our world. The precursor to an actual ghost experience is like, you get the orbs, and I think that's talked about a lot, but it's not really noticed too much because people tend to wave it off. And eventually they do form, not really from the orbs, but from the shadows or the light. And depending on what you see, you're either going to see dark ghosts or light ghosts. Obviously, darker colors absorb energy and light, and lighter, colors sort of give it off or whatever. The physics of it is lost on me. I'm sure you know this stuff more than I do. And I think that people who experience more negativity in their lifetime seem to carry it over into the afterlife. Now, this may be exhibited in the appearance of the ghosts, and there's also the lighter variants, obviously very caring and supporting, good spirits, great times. They obviously will touch you, same with the shadows, and when they do, your hair will stand up. Maybe you get some tingles or some goosies, as some like to call it. It's not always clear when they form, and they don't always fully form. There's going to be some loss of details. These are not as detailed as you and me. You're going to have some vague gaps that you sort of fill in with your creativity and your imagination, but it should be enough for you to know that something is there, or someone, I should say. And if they form, they move, they can do all sorts of stuff like walk and sit. They can shake your hand. They form in and out, just depending on what they do. You probably see something pretty cool in your lifetime. I think just about everybody experiences something paranormal in their life. Seeing them when they form is going to be outside of your central vision. All right, it's sort of like looking at something within another dimension forming into your dimension, but something that exists within our space. And they can change size, and it sort of scales differently. You're never going to know a ghost's exact height, as they're sort of formless. This kind of ties in with the details. So common behaviors for a ghost is whispering at inconvenient times. You will want them to talk to you eventually as you warm up to their presence. They can respond in certain ways, but not usually verbal. But they can certainly generate sound as they please. Your eyes will dry out when they appear, and they're going to be sort of off the center vision. And if you try and look at them directly, it's not going to be as formed, and they may even sort of disappear. As far as moving objects in the environment, they can certainly do that. They can move your arms, your limbs. Obviously, I've said they can touch you. They can make physical pressure to make it feel like there's obviously someone pressing on you. They want to pat your back. They can do that. I guess a big question would be, can they kill you? And I would say yes, but I would also argue that they would not want to. They have no reason to do that. Obviously, they could scare you, but I don't believe that they would kill you. Another question would be, can they hurt you? And the answer is yes, they can. They can hurt you. If that happens, you got to keep in mind, it's not all ghosts. All right, they're not going to maim you in a grievous way. They're not going to put you in hospital or anything, but they can hurt you. I have tried to get them to do ASMR. It doesn't really work. So if you want to try that out, you can. Maybe you report different findings. I think a really important conclusion that I've reached is that they will not offer everything a living person can. I believe they certainly could, but they abide by restrictions. So what I essentially am saying is they are not a solution for loneliness. If you gain access to the stuff that some of us are privy to, then you got to be wary, all right? And it is very enticing, all right, to believe that the solution to your problems is in the same room as you. If things get really bad, all right, and you know everything's burning around you, they can't console you and tell you that things are cool. They can pat your back. You know, that's a big one. Very interesting one at that. So, viewers beware. You're in for a scare. I will not do this again, for sure, unless a situation really calls for it. I'm not interested in filming paranormal activity. Hey guys, welcome to my attic. Real cool spot. Hot spot for ghosts. Absolutely. As indicated by the LED counter, we are on floor 3 of this fine establishment. I'm going to give you the quick tour of what I can see. You're not going to see it. It will come up a little bit on the camera feed, but it might not always come up in post-production. I'm not really too interested in proving this stuff. And now right here, do you see that? Maybe let me know if you can see anything. I don't know how engaged I'm going to be able to get with whatever's going on up here. Just going to be honest. It's not exactly something that people are able to do or prove, but I'm just going to walk you through what I'm seeing, what I'm experiencing. So we're in the stairwell. It's a good place for contact. Please do it. Touch me. All right, so I'm going to try my left hand, get more reach. Okay. I think I might have contact. So it's sort of on my fingers. I'm going to go further in. I know this seems really stupid to you guys, but I promise you, like, there is something happening here, okay? See, I swear I see something in the camera feed. Like, I really do see something in the camera feed. And I used to do this. I'm going to track it. Okay, see, it's tracking with the camera feed. I don't know if it's going to come up in post. It usually doesn't. I've tried this before. Now we're going to go to the dark spot. So I'm going to tell you what I see. If they want to scare you, they definitely could scare you. And you will know when that happens. It's happened to me so many times. I'm not really too bothered by it. But if I start going quiet, or if I start going quiet, that's how you sort of know something's up. I don't think they like to be filmed. I generally don't consider it to be an act of courtesy. And I completely understand. But I think they're pretty cool. I don't really know them too well, but okay, so right there, where I'm pointing the camera, there might be something sort of forming upwards and sort of going behind that mattress. Okay, what happens essentially is when they touch your arm, you can sort of show this visually by the hair standing on end, as if it has been exposed to some electrostatics. So that's what I'm trying to recreate right now. They're doing my fingers still. Maybe they don't want me to show this off. And then they're doing it. They're tapping my arm. Maybe I go in further. This is not gonna end well. All right, so I'm in a really dark spot. You guys don't know I get holed up into these places from time to time. No, the way out is always with a bit of light. You know, just maybe a jolly tune or a funny joke. Right, guys? All right, I've been up here for a while, and I'm trying to get one to touch my arm. They do it pretty regularly. So I'm not too sure why it's not happening. I think it's because of the theatrics of it. And I know it's possible I could just fake this if I wanted to, and but I'm not going to, because I know it's genuine, and I want to show you a genuine interaction like that. So I haven't heard anything yet. Usually doesn't happen. It's very rare for a ghost to say something, but when it does, it's very clear. And you know what they're saying, and it's usually not really a sentence. It's usually just one word. They want something. They're holding us back because they want something. Did you hear that? I mean, not spooked. Okay. Now, what do they want? Okay. Alright, you get out of here. Oh.
Alright, so I've been pulling screenshots. I've been messing with brightness and whatnot. Now, down the end of the hallway, you can see a sort of figure right here. And I got a second opinion on this because I know with this stuff, it's not very definite. And I'm going to increase the brightness just a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about. Whether it's a noise sample, could be, may not be. This kind of falls in line with what I'm seeing. And for those of you who can't really pick up on it as quickly as other people would, there are two eyes right here, sort of forming a head. And then this is one arm. It could go into this area, but I was thinking there's another arm, the left arm right here. And this is the hand. So tracing it back like that. And then, of course, this one sort of tucked down underneath. And then, of course, you have the body, the shoulders, right and left. They're not going to hurt you for the most part. I'm just kidding. You'll be fine. I'm not going to explore this any further because I think when you start going this route, it's a very unhealthy thing for you and what you're dealing with, wherever that may be. So, just out of courtesy, I'm probably not going to venture any further with this. Not because I am frightened that they would do something, but because I don't want to sully what I have going on if it starts developing in a way that I can portray in a more accurate light, then I'd be happy doing that. But currently it's not at that stage, so we'll just keep going. All right, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.